How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. For those of you new to my channel, or me in particular, my name is Ashley and I sell on eBay and Amazon while I am home with my boys. And I do this part-time on a part-time schedule, but I'm still able to make a full-time income. And my goal is to get you guys to do exactly the same thing if it aligns with your goals as well. So today's topic is all about eBay seller performance and everything that you need to know about top rated seller status, defects on your account, what's going to hurt your account, what improves sales, all of that good information that sometimes can be overwhelming. I'm going to summarize for you today. But first, I want to introduce today's sponsor. Skillshare is sponsoring this video. Thank you so much, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions of people everywhere can partake in all kinds of different classes, ranging from photography to editing to YouTube editing to eBay, Amazon, affiliate marketing, how to grow your online store, how to find products that'll sell for you, things like productivity that maybe can help you schedule your day a little bit better. I mean, you name it, and there are classes that will help you improve whatever aspect of your life that you want to improve. A few of the classes that I'm most interested in participating in right now are visual storytelling with Final Cut Pro X. I am still learning how to edit with Final Cut Pro for YouTube, and I do want to sharpen my skills there. And like I talked about before, affiliate marketing is something that I'm really interested in learning a little bit more about. So for as little as less than $10 a month, you can have access to any of the classes that you want. The first 1,000 people to use the link down below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. So don't hesitate, it's risk-free. Try it out down below and I think you will love it just as much as I do. Okay, let's talk about eBay seller performance and why it is so important. Top rated status, why do you want it? Top rated status gets you 10% off your final value fees, which is great. We all want that. We all want to save money on fees. eBay's fees are in general about 10%, so that's saving you an extra percent off of your fees when you are top rated. Now, how do you get top rated? Well, you have to offer 1-day handling on all of your items or less, and also have 30-day free returns. If you choose not to have free returns on certain items that are just more expensive, or maybe you just don't offer returns on a couple of items, that's okay. You will just not be qualified for top rated status on those items, but everything else you will. So the vast majority of my items are 30-day free returns, and all of my items are 1 business day handling for shipping. You also need to make sure you're shipping on time when you say you will. 3% or less of a late shipment rate is what they are looking for. 0.5% or less. So you have a very slim margin of out of stock items or item defect rates, meaning if you can't find an item in your store that sold and you're out of stock, that is a defect on your account, and that can really knock you out of top rated fast. You need 100 transactions totaling at least $1,000 in transactions over the last 12 months. And when you get all of this and you are top rated, you have enhanced search in eBay, meaning that your items will be more searchable to buyers on eBay versus someone who is not top rated. And you get additional protections against item not as described defects, which we will talk about in just a second. And you have the option to not fully refund somebody if they are sending you back an item that they have damaged or is not coming back to you in the same condition that you sent it to them in. You can't not refund them, but you can, with top rated status, refund them as little as 50% of what the original item costs. With top rated, you get more traffic, more volume, more sales. It is super, super worth it. I've noticed for me, my sales really took off when I became top rated in the first place, and I've never lost it since. And I have heard stories from sellers who have lost top rated status. It greatly negatively impacted their account. Something that will trip up people probably the most often, because it's the easiest way to knock you out of top rated, is, like I said, that order defect rate or item defect rate, meaning that you sold something that you now can't find, or you're out of stock, or it's damaged. Much, much better to just send the item anyway. Like if it is damaged and you made a mistake, send the item anyway, and you can always refund the item in advance and let the buyer know, hey, I'm really sorry. I noticed as I was packing this that there was a hole or a stain, and just let them know ahead of time. And then they might open up a return, or you can just refund them and give it to them as like a gesture of goodwill. That is something that I've done before. Really try not to cancel when you're out of stock if possible. It's good to just communicate with the buyer ahead of time and let them know what's up, or you are risking a negative feedback or an angry customer, and you don't want to do that. And also, it's just a really good reminder to be extremely careful when you have inventory, where you put it, how you organize it. I know I'm not a great example of that right now because my office is a little bit of a disaster, but I actually promise you it is organized chaos. I know where everything is. I hate running into this issue where I run out of stock of something. Even talk to your buyer and say, hey, I'm actually out of this size. Can I send you a different size? You know, really let them know what's going on before you cancel an order for being out of stock. That will just knock you out of top rated really fast, and it can be hard to get that top rated status back. It's also better, technically speaking, to just ship it late. If you miss a day or if you're late by a day, you do have a much bigger buffer with shipping than you do with order defects. So if you can't find it and you know you have it somewhere, keep looking, and if you find it the next day, you can just ship it late and everything will be okay. Just again, message the buyer, let them know this is coming a little bit late, but it's much better to get that late shipment than to have the out of stock defect. This is why it's also important to make sure you're managing your returns really well and really seamlessly. I tend to go to my PO box once a week where I'll pick up any returns that I might have that week, and I immediately go back into my eBay listings. I will check the item and then I will check the stock number because I do multi-quantity listings for all of my listings. I'll go back into that listing and I will change the stock from 0 to 1. And that's just a very quick way for me to handle any returns that I get. And I put that item wherever my listing had originally said that it was in my inventory. So for example, if I sold that item and it was in bin A05, I will pick it out of A05, ship it off to the original customer. They return it to me, I get it back. Once I get it back and inspect it, I go find that listing on eBay because it's multi-quantity and it's not gone, it's just out of stock. I will change the quantity number from 0 to 1, and then I will check the listing and see where I originally had it inventoried, and then just go put it back in that exact same bin. So in this instance, A05, it goes right back, and then I wait for it to sell again. That's just a really seamless way that I've discovered how to handle returns before they pile up, and then everything gets really chaotic and crazy. Things can get really chaotic if you aren't organized to some degree. And I know, again, this looks crazy. I am actually pretty organized and I do have a lot of inventory to go through. I do know where most things are, but I'm like any of you. I've made mistakes in the past where I've been out of stock, and it's not ever knocked me out of top rated, but it has been close. Another thing to keep in mind is item not as described. You do not want this. I hate item not as described defects. If you slip into the item not as described defects and go into the very high category, which is a lot higher than I guess eBay calculates your peers as having, then you get an extra 5% fee on everything that you sell, including shipping. So that stinks. I have had that happen before. It was really frustrating, and a lot of the INEDs were not my fault. It was nearly impossible to get those defects removed by eBay. I don't know of anyone who's had a lot of success with that. I've even had INEDs where the buyer never returned anything to me. They kept the item and the defect remained on my account. So to check your INEDs, you just go to, on your Seller Hub page, you go to Performance, scroll down to Service Metrics, click on that, and it will show you not only your current rate, but your projected rate if you select that period. One of the things you can do to hedge your bets with this is to always disclose everything with every item. You know, you don't want to surprise a buyer. And leave a thank you card or a note or something that explains, you know, you're a person, you're a seller, they're supporting your family. A lot of times buyers don't know that by them selecting item defective or item not as described, what have you, that they're damaging you as a seller. It's good to just let them know you're a real person, thank them for their purchase, let them know they can reach out to you with any issues at all and you'll resolve it. And I have found that offering free returns helps the buyer to select doesn't fit or changed mind a little bit more often because they know they're getting the free return. When you don't offer free returns, I think they're a little more likely to just select defective so that eBay automatically gives them a free return. You don't get the option if that's the reason that they select. So just keep that in mind. That's why I charge shipping. I charge shipping so that I can offer free returns. And when I get something back to me that was returned, I increase the price usually and I let it sell again. That's generally worked out for me really well. And it just does not bother me. I don't let it bother me that I'm giving them a free return. I think a lot of people get hung up on that. and don't realize that it actually really helps your items to sell, and it helps your defect rate a lot. If you've had more than 400 transactions in the last 3 months, that is the window that they'll look at for your INAD rate. So let's say that you do slip ahead into the very high amount of INADs and you're getting the 5% fee on every single item. That could be hundreds or thousands of dollars a month. So frustrating. If that happens to you, something you can do is just auction a lot of items, put a sale on, 50% off sale, get a lot of items out of your store, increase your sales numbers to over 400 for those 3 months. It's much easier to knock out some old INADs in a 12-month window by changing to more transactions in 3 months than letting those transactions hang on from a whole year ago. So that's one way to hurry and like get your account back in good standing. And that's actually probably good advice for any of these. If you slip out of top rated, if you slip under the INAD rate that you want, just try to really move some volume with your store to then knock your numbers higher and lower your percentage just mathematically. So, okay, I hope this helped you guys. I hope it gave you a good summary of seller performance on eBay and ways to make sure that you are top rated and not running into any of these extra fees that can be tacked onto your account. Not fun. Nobody wants that. We already don't like fees, so we're going to try to mitigate that as much as we can, and I hope I've given you some strategies to do just that. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I really do try to answer those for you guys, and if I don't get to them, I try to address them in a future video, so let me know. If you like this video, as always, please like and comment and subscribe to my channel for more content all about how to grow your eBay store, how to grow your Amazon store, how to manage your time while you're working from home, grow your business, all that good stuff. I'm here to help you guys. Thanks again. I appreciate you so much. Take care, you guys, and I will catch you next time.